Hi, my name is Margo and I'm a program coordinator here at Concrete Farm to School. And today we are going to make vegetable fried rice, which is part of your Thanksgiving recipe kit. So before you start to cook, we got to go wash our hands, 20 seconds. All right, dry them off and we can get started. So before we start cutting up, I'm going to start with the onion, but it's a rolly vegetable. So we need to always watch what we're doing. Make sure you have an adult supervision when using your knife. I'm going to cut it in half so it stops rolling on me. I'm going to use the tunnel method. So going through my fingers, watching to make sure they're not in the way, going straight down. And now I have a non-rolly onion. I'm not going to use the whole onion today. I'm just going to use half. And I'm going to cut off the top just to give me something to peel with. And I got to peel off the papery part. I'm going to keep the root end on for now. That actually helps me cut my onion. I'm going to cut a little bit of the roots with my claw. Compost that. And now my favorite way to cut an onion is, because I'm doing fried rice, I'm going to cut it in half this way first with my tunnel again. And I want kind of slices. So with my claw, I'm going to tuck my thumb under and keep my fingernails under my knuckles. Press down, get over, shoulders over the knife, and go straight down. I actually am going to cut the root off. And I'll keep going. I can go right up against my knuckles without cutting myself. I'm going to flip it over. Keep going. So I'm going to put them in a bowl with hard vegetables. Those are going to go in first. And I'm going to separate hard and soft vegetables. Next, I will do my carrots. I've cut up my carrots now. I'm going to put them with the hard vegetables, so with my onion, because they will also need a longer cook time to get soft. My other hard vegetable is a cabbage, so I'm going to quickly take off the stem. On to our leafy greens. With kale, this stem is really tough, so I'm going to kind of grip my hand in a little OK symbol and go down the stem to get the stems off. All right, and then I kind of have a big pile of greens. I'm going to kind of squish it up as best I can and chop through. All right, rainbow chard. Now these have really nice stems. They're very, very pretty and rainbow colored. So I'm actually going to keep the stems, but I'm going to cut them separately. So I'm going to just give it a little chop at the base of the leaf, set those aside, and I'll do the same thing with my leaves here. I actually, since these are so nice and wide, I'm going to give them a rip in half and then stack them on top. So in summary, we got onion, carrot, cabbage, and chard stems in the hard vegetables bucket. This will go in first to saute. And then we have our leafy greens and our broccoli in here because it won't take as long to cook. Next up is our garlic and ginger, which will go in last because it's easily burned. So I'm going to do our garlic first. First step is to get the skin off. I like to put my knife flat against it and give it a nice wham. There we go. Get it a little crunched. Thank you. So that it breaks apart and you can easily peel the outer papery cover. Oh yes. This garlic came out of the school farm this summer, and it is the biggest cloves of garlic I have ever seen. It's also one of the tastiest garlics I've ever had. So this little root ball, we're gonna trim that off before mincing it on both cloves. I like to kind of do each step one at a time. So paper first, then trim the root end. Fully scrape it up into a small bowl because it's gonna go into the skillet last. I'm gonna keep it separate from everything else. It is a lot of garlic. I like garlic. You, of course, don't have to do this much garlic. We have very big cloves we are going to give you. If it's too much, you can always leave a clove out for another meal. All right, on to our ginger. You can chop it up like you do the garlic, but it takes a little bit because it's more fibrous. I like to use a grater, a small hold grater to keep it nice and fine. I'm gonna just grab it and go away from myself. It's grated. I'm gonna actually just put it right into this bowl so I don't have to do another step of moving it off the cutting board. We're at our skillet, time to cook. I turned it on medium-high heat. It's heating up. I'm gonna add some olive oil or any type of cooking oil to the pan, just a drizzle. And while that heats up, we're going to first add in our hard vegetables when it's time. Soft vegetables next, garlic and ginger, our sauces, and then our rice, our eggs, and potentially our meat if you're using meat. We can add our hard vegetables. Well, didn't quite sizzle. We'll need a little bit more time to heat up. So this has been sauteing about 2 to 3 minutes. You might need a little bit longer just until the carrots start to soften and the onion and cabbage start to wilt. We're gonna add in our soft vegetables now so that they can have their chance to cook down. It may barely fit in your pan to start, but trust me, as they will wilt down. If you have a lid on your pan, that will speed up the process because it'll trap the water vapors coming out of the vegetables and steam them. On to the next step, garlic and ginger and the sauces. So I'm gonna add in the garlic ginger, kind of spread it around the pan. I'll, of course, stir it in. It'll start to smell really good in here. Then overall stir. We're not cooking it very long, just to add the heat to the sauce and to the garlic and ginger so that they start to become aromatic, which means you can smell them. It's time to add our rice. I pre-cooked 2 cups of dried rice. It makes about, I don't know, 4 to 5 cups of cooked rice. I'm just gonna plop it in here and mix it up. Mix all the rice together. Now it's time to add our scrambled eggs. I'm gonna kind of spread it around on top. It's gonna soak down into the grains of rice. All right, I'm gonna add the pork. Adding my meat of choice. I cooked up some pork in some soy sauce earlier. Gonna just reheat it. If you wanted to cook raw meat in this recipe, you'll need to do it in the first step. Cook your meat, brown it, and then add the vegetables. So we've made our fried rice. It's cooled down a little bit. I'm going to serve me and Rachel up. It's time to take a bite.
Okay. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it's hot. Careful.
Hot.
Yeah. Oh, but really good. Mm-hmm. I might even add sriracha to mine.
I was just going to suggest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for, taking us through this.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
For cooking with us.
Yeah, enjoy at home. Enjoy your recipe kit. Find our pumpkin cake recipe also linked below. And enjoy, and we'll see you next time.